Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another video. So in this one I will be revisiting the legendary event for the unlocking of Grand Inquisitors. There are a couple of reasons why I will be doing this. Number one, it's been probably the most frustrating event we had for legendary unlocks, which actually stats back it up, because if you look at the video, the original guide I did, actually it's probably, I think it's my most viewed video there by far, and not because it's such a great guide, let's face it, it's because this event is so dang annoying and frustrating. And the other reason is, now in my smaller account I did just recently unlock Grand Inquisitor, so when I was doing it I'm like, you know what, let's try to do something differently just so I can put out a different guide as well, because we do have Marrok now available. So I decided to test out, can Marrok actually make this event a little bit easier, a little bit less frustrating or not. So that's what we'll be looking at today. Now Marrok himself is not a part of the requirements for Grand Inquisitor, so you will still need the OG 5 Inquisitors at Relic 5 to unlock this event. So Marrok is a bit of an extra investment here if you do want to use him, but because, you know, when you do get these guys up and running, why I want to do that? To unlock Riva, right? And to unlock Riva, her event is doable, needs specific modding, but if you do have Marrok in there, slap an Omicron on him, don't need to remod, just go in and smash folks. So it makes Riva mission very easy, and also you know, makes territory battles a lot more fun with his Omicron. And finally, he is a requirement to unlock Balan down the road as well for you, so it's not going to be a total waste if you do decide to go down that route and actually do this with Marrok. Okay, so we'll just start making our way here through tier 1 all the way to the end, and see, you know, and see how Marrok will perform and what he will bring. Now, before we get into it, we gotta talk about Zetas, because it's always, I guess, a bit of a hot topic, you know, because Zeta crunch is real for many of you out there. Now in terms of Zetas, good thing is with Marrok you don't need Zetas on him, because the Zeta he has, it's all about mercenaries, and he's the only mercenary on the Inquisitor squad, so you don't have to worry about Zeta on him. I guess required, I don't know are they required or not, but highly recommended Zetas, it's gonna be this one on Second Sister, because for Zeta you gain extra critical damage, and most importantly extra 50% defense penetration. So this will give you a little bit of extra boost of the damage that Inquisitors highly lack in this event. So definitely want to go with that Zeta. And then in terms of 8th Brother, similar like the Second Sister Zeta, this one highly recommended, because 50% more damage, and as well if 5 stacks are consumed you will inflict armor shred, which again will further increase the damage you put. So definitely highly recommended Zeta on this guy as well. And then a 7th Sister, her Zeta as well here, highly recommended, because it will give you some extra health and protection recovery from everybody, so definitely want to go for that one. Now I do have Zeta on 9th Sister, but just looking at what the Zeta brings, probably this is the one that you can skip. I don't think it's doing all that much, to be honest, in this event. Maybe Days sometimes helps a little bit. And then finally 5th Brother, his Zeta is highly recommended as well, because what it will add, most importantly, if the target has at least 3 stacks of Purge, then you will stun the target enemy for 1 turn. So an extra stun could be nice versus those, you know, like Ahsokas and Mauls and things like that, that you can actually stun. So that's actually the Zeta kind of priority. Before we go in, also let's look at the mods then. So in terms of modding, I didn't remod for this event, it's just kind of mods I have on these guys anyways. So Second Sister, she has a critical damage set on her, some speed, and that's her offense stats. And then in terms of the other things, we do have protection here, potency here, you know, so we can land those stuns. And turn meter removal, we got critical damage there and offense there, so, you know, kind of a balance between damage with some potency sprinkled in. Marrok, I just do have a modded similar like second sister, critical damage, some speed there, the offense right there. In terms of these guys, I have health on here, offense, critical damage, and speed as well, but you could actually go with potency on the cross as well, to be honest. And then 8th brother, again, modded for damage, some speed as well if you can spare. That's the offense right there. And then in terms of the circle, we got health, offense, offense, offense. You could go with critical damage. I just didn't have critical damage triangle for him, so I just put offense on there. And let's look at the next one. 7th sister, she will want just basically speed, so I do have her at 319. And in terms of the other mods, so we got health on here, protection on here, and speed on here. And then who do we got? We've seen second sister already. The 9th sister, the way I have modded is just, you know, for bulk. Some speed as well if you can manage. So look at, just make a note of her health and protection. And in terms of primaries, we're just going protection. You really want to have protection on here, but probably I didn't have protection, so I just put potency on there, protection there, protection there. So you can see not ideal modding so far, but you know, I was able to get it to work. And finally, 5th brother, you will want him fast as well and durable. In terms of the primaries, we got protection on the cross, potency here, right? So we can land those stuns and things like that, health and speed. So that's the modding here. Now in terms of abilities, just quickly highlight something. So the leadership from second sister gives you extra offense, so just a little bit of extra there, damage that in certain tiers we're gonna utilize. And also what also her leadership does is that whenever one of those guys get marked, everybody get marked, so it's going to be useful versus Ezra. Her other abilities, we already touched this one, right? We get extra damage here, especially with the Zeta. And now her can't run forever special is good as well, because what it gives us is if 5 stacks of purge were consumed, we stun the target enemy which cannot be resisted, and then for each stack of purge we remove 20% turn meter. However, turn meter removal can be resisted, so this can be nice and useful. Marrok, what he brings? Well, the issue is that all the good stuff is probably more aimed at mercenaries. However, he still does bring some things. So if the enemy had 1 stack of purge, we're going to go ahead and inflict tenacity down. This will actually be very useful, so because all the enemies, they like to resist a lot, so an extra, I guess, source of tenacity down is gonna be useful. His special, what it does a lot of things, but most importantly what it does is it will expose target enemy for 1 turn. So again, we don't have a whole lot of real damage, so expose obviously health percent base damage is gonna help us out, you know, to, you know, gun down those pesky Maul and things like that. So that's in terms of his abilities right here. Then one more thing actually worth mentioning here, I believe it's in here. Yes, there you go. Dispel debuffs from a random Inquisitor ally whenever a stack of purge is consumed or dispelled. So this will help a little bit as well with kind of random cleansing of your team, which, you know, is not bad, I think. Then 8th brother, he does a lot of things actually. On here, this is going to be useful. We're going to go ahead and blind and burning, which can't be resisted against the Jedi. This is very cool. And then this one as well, you know, the more stacks, like I wouldn't use this ability if they're like less than 5 stacks really, because you really want to get that armor shred going with the 8th brother. Then we have here 7th sister. This ability here is got a buff dispel, turn meter removal, ability block, very powerful ability, and obviously she does have a heal. And from her unique, it's gonna be very important in certain scenarios as well. Nope, is it this one? Yeah, there we go. So whenever she attacks of turn, which is every time another Inquisitor ally, right, uses ability, if the enemy had 5 or more stacks, we are going to go ahead and inflict healing immunity on them for 1 turn. It's going to help us versus those enemies that like to heal up. So Seven Sister is gonna be a key piece here, and then the other guys, terms of Nine Sister, she doesn't really like bring a whole lot except the taunt. Her abilities don't do much, to be honest, I think. And then Fifth Brother is going to be very good. He does have tenacity down on his basic. Then he's got a buff dispel on his AoE and inflicting expose as well. And then finally, as mentioned before, here we do have a stun ability on this ability right there. So, you know, we do have some forms of control with ability blocks, stuns, and then extra damage from burning and exposes, and the big hit from Second Sister. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's hop now and kick things off at tier 1. Let's begin today's lesson. Who's gonna be doing the teaching? That's the question, right? So what I like to do is start off with a heal ability here with Second Sister, so we do get crit damage immunity. And then we're going to go ahead and start working him down. Just gonna do a round of basics here to begin with. There's some element to RNG in this one, right? Because Grand Inquisitor sometimes starts off with an ability, sometimes with the other. And then we're going to go ahead here, get some ability blocks. So once you get him, like, you know, into low protection or something, you can go ahead here, try to land a big hit with Second Sister. Almost got him. There we go. Landing exposed with Marrok, and down goes Grand Inquisitor. So that was pretty smooth. You are under arrest, Jedi. You must be mistaken. Now, because Lumi is a Jedi, we can actually do more stuff now. So we can actually unload the AoE here, which gives us their burning and blind on Lumi. Alright, and we're just gonna go ahead, start working her down. Just gonna do a round of basics here. Alright, so she does have now 6 stacks of purge, so we can go ahead and do the special here from 8th Brother. Almost got her down. Let's go ahead, heal up the team. And that should finish her. Yeah, so tier 1, not too challenging. You know, I think once we get to tier 3, things get more interesting. Okay, so for tier 2, we'll bring in Nine Sister just for some extra durability, because we all know that Ezra hits pretty hard in this one. Do not disappoint me. I'll try. Alright, so we'll again start off here with critical damage up. Alright, so Grand Inquisitor started off with an AoE, not ideal, but we should be able to turn things around in a moment. So we'll just kick off with a round of basics. Ooh, another AoE coming in. There we go. Let's do another AoE on our own. Let's get ability block now ready. Let's see. Big hit. Ooh, almost got him actually. There we go. Alright, cool. So same like as in first tier, you try to land that big hit from Second Sister to quickly finish him. You have potential, apprentice, but I can teach you more than your master ever can. Thanks, but I'll pass. Alright, so what we'll do here, we'll kick off with the burning and blind. So that's where Mark comes, right, from the unique that's slightly modified for this tier for Ezra. He will inflict Mark on the weakest enemy for 1 turn at the start of their turn, and that's why we're kind of, I guess, kicks in the whole mechanic from Second Sister lead. Let's just go ahead, start using specials here. Alright, okay, let's go ahead, heal up a little bit. We'll just do a round of basics. Okay, there we go. Alright, so Ezra does have 5 or more stacks, and so we can go ahead now use the special ability from 8th Brother. Didn't do a whole lot in terms of the damage, but we'll keep pushing. Let's get the ability block, turn meter removal on Ezra. Maybe get a stun. Nope, we did get turn meter removal though. Let's go ahead and reapply with the basic from Marrok, that tenacity down. Alright guys, almost there. We are almost there. Come on, big hit. Ooh, almost got him. No, 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 no. Do not let him heal up. That should do it. Oh, resisted the expose. Alright, there we go. So we got Ezra down as well. So as you can see, so far we are getting through this event. Okay, so tier 3 is where things will get interesting, because Kanan is really annoying. But, you know, hopefully we can get through him. Pain can break anyone. Looks like pain broke you, my friend. Alright, you know the drill. The Grand Inquisitor wave isn't too difficult, really. I mean, RNG can get you sometimes, but for the most part, you kind of get through him. I'm just gonna do here a round of basics just to get rid of his protection first, and then we'll try and blitz him down. Okay, there we go. Yep. Okay, good. So he's out of protection. So let's see if we can line up a hit now. Just gonna do that. Almost got him. Do you know what? Give me an ability block now, so he doesn't heal up with his AoE. Can you get me an expose? Hey, there we go. Alright, this is where the annoying stuff begins. Nothing can save you. Huh, we'll see about that. And it's the unique really from Kanan. Whenever we land a debuff on him, he will recover 10% per 10% health. Now we can land healing immunity a bit, but he's just taking so many turns, it just drops off very quickly, and he also's got a dispel here as well, so very annoying. Anyway, we'll just kick off here. Seventh Sister, do you have maybe a heal for me? There we go, good. Alright. We should be able to get things back on track now. There we go. Alright. Okay. There we go. Let's get tenacity down. Big hit. Yeah, I'll just keep going. There we go. So we do have now, once you have 5 or more stacks, right, you can land healing immunity, and then also the ability right here will land ability block as well. Just a little bit slow down Kanan so he doesn't dispel. Let's get an expose. Okay. Remove some turn meter. Good. Get me another expose. Finish the job. There we go. We got through it. You just have to line up the sequence with the ability blocks, healing immunities, exposes. So that's where you can see that Marrok actually helped us out there, right? With that second expose coming in after Fifth Brother. Alright, let's move over onto tier 4 now, where things gonna get even more painful, right? And tier 4 is probably the most frustrating one. Like, Ahsoka is just healing up constantly, so it's very annoying. We do want to go with survivability, I think, for this one. So going with Fifth Brother lead, and then bringing Night Sister for the taunt, right? Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Your devotion is admirable. I will teach you. Alright, fair enough. As always, we're gonna start off here with crit damage immunity, and then just do a round of basics. There we go. Ability blocks, unfortunately, coming in. Not much we can do about it. Okay. Alright. Another AoE coming in. Let's see if we can get some protection up. Okay. The ability blocks are a little bit slowing me down a little bit, especially on Seventh Sister. Come on, get me an expose. There we go. Oh, and he healed back up. And landed ability block again. There we go, expose. Come on, this has to be it. There we go. We got through it in the end, but man, not a good start here. Your capture will please Lord Vader. Tell your master he'll have to wait. Wait how long though? Alright, let's get things going. Now, the trick here with Ahsoka is this, right? She's constantly healing, dispelling, debuffs. We know that. But also, it's kind of like a two-stage thing. So in stage 1 of this wave, you have to let her have retribution and counterattack so that you can then evade when you have foresight from Seven Sisters ability. Because then whenever you evade her attack, then she gets inflicted with focus, which is a kind of a debuff. So she gains like so you get up to 10 stacks. So once you are up to 10 stacks, she will have minus 100% defense, minus 40% health, 200% offense though, plus, and then minus 150 speed and minus 100% tenacity. So that's what you want to do here. Let's go ahead and heal up, get that foresight cooking. And now we need to let her have retribution. So we can quickly get that going. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay. There we go. See, there we go. We are dodging attacks. And she's getting extra stack of focus. Alright, so now she's up to 5 stacks. Now, what we want to do is dispel retribution. So she stops counterattacking and she can't ignore the taunt as well when she does not have retribution. Let's go ahead, lock in an armor shred. There we go. And again, she's got no retribution. Let's go ahead, spread the foresight. And just basics here. Do not dispel her foresight. There we go. And now she will very, very quickly have 10 stacks of foresight. And now we can go ahead and dispel that. So now she's got all these minus all the stuff, right? Now we just have to kind of line up a blitz on her. So she doesn't heal up. Which is not very easy to do, to be honest. But let's see if we can line it up. Alright, let's get this thing finally off her. She's in the yellow. Okay. Hopefully 7 Sisters got a heal. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead, heal up 9 Sister. And I would just go all in, burning. Just all the specials. Let's see if we can get her down. Nope, unfortunately not. But we do have buff dispel ready to go, which is good, so we can get rid of that retribution. So she can't ignore the taunt. And she got it back up. Alright. Alright. There we go. Get exposed going. Okay. Let's dispel that. And here we go again. Gonna go ahead, heal up 8th brother right there. Okay. Let me get me some burning. Dispel that. And she got retribution again. Yikes. Alright, well. Can we get some protection up, cooking? There we go. Okay. Alright. Heal up again. Alright. Let's stack up Purge now. Let's see if we can line up a burst of damage. Because she'll heal back up, right? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we get above this spell cooking. And let's get now our exposes. That was expose number 1. Let's go ahead and get an armor shred. And then we get another expose from Marrok. And now we just need a couple of more hits. Come on, guys. Don't let her get away. There we go. Woohoo! So that's kind of the trick. You know, as I've shown you, you get the foresight, she counters attack, and she quickly gets to 10 stacks of focus, and then just to line up the hits of everybody, right? Ability block with 7th sister, and then we get a big hit from 8th brother. We need to as well then follow up that with 5th brother as exposed, and finally Marrok's exposed. Now Marrok's exposed unfortunately will dispel all the purge, so you really want his exposed to be after 8th brother does his big hit, right? So that's kind of the trick there, so we keep that purge. So there we go. Again, by no means an easy one, very frustrating event. It may take, I think it took me 5 attempts to line it up, but obviously I don't want to make video 3 hours long, so I'm just gonna cut it out. Again, keep going, you will get there. All right, let's hop over now on tier 5. We'll still go here with the same squad. Let's go ahead and line it up. Yoda, similar like Ahsoka, hits very hard, so we need some extra durability. Grand Inquisitor says, I will not tolerate any failure. But we haven't failed. We keep winning. What is this guy on about? Anyway, again, critical damage immunity. And then we'll just start working him down. Alright, here comes the AoE. Again, ability blocking, 7th sister. Hopefully we can hang in there until ability block drops off her. But then he'll just ability block us all over again. Alright, that's fine. We'll just keep pushing here. Keep pushing through. There we go. Almost out of protection. Let's go ahead and get the ability block locked in so he doesn't use his AoE and heal up. And let's line up the exposes. One expose, another expose, and down he goes. Alright, Yoda. Now Yoda's a tough cookie. Where are the others, Jedi? Already gone they are. Gone where though? Yoda is immune to all debuffs except purge. Yoda will also gain turn meter at the end of each enemy turn. So Yoda will be taking a bunch of turns, and good luck landing any sort of debuffs on him, just to demonstrate. Nothing. At least purge though, right? So at least something there. Alright, let's heal up now. Just gonna go basic. And here we go, just gonna work his protection down a bit. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's get buff dispel. Unfortunately, no ability blocks, nothing. But at least we dispel all the buffs from him. So we can keep going. Let's go ahead, dispel buffs. No expose, unfortunately, right? He's immune to everything. We definitely will want to heal up the team here. Okay. I'll just keep going here. At least Yoda is not healing as much as others, but still very annoying. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I got protection up now just for some extra durability with 5th brother, which means Yoda can now go ahead and steal it, and now he's got protection up as well. Now, you definitely don't want to use this ability right here with 7th sister, because 7th sister will grant herself heal over time, and then Yoda will still heal over time and start recovering health. So that's why. Oh, but I just used it. Oh well. Don't use it. I can demonstrate you what'll happen. Come on, guys. Keep going. So you shouldn't use the ability. Yeah, there we go. Now he got heal over time, Yoda, which is not very good. Let's go ahead, heal up the team. Let's try this again. There we go. Buff Dispel coming in. 6 stacks of Purge. Pow, pow, pow. So I guess you can land Purge and Armor Shred on him for what it's worth. So let's just go ahead, I guess, and keep going. There we go. Buff Dispel. Okay. Oh, heal up Ninth Sister. That was close. But remember, I do not have protection cross on my Ninth Sister. I actually have on her potency, so, you know, not as tanky as she should be. Let's get some protection up. Just keep hitting specials. Yeah, give me some of that. Yoda's down in the yellow, he's back in the green. Buff Dispel coming in. AoE coming in, unfortunately no exposes. There we go. Okay. Heal up Ninth Sister. At least Yoda has no way of dispelling taunts, right? There we go. Yeah, I had a bit of a setback because I let Yoda steal my heal over time. So I'm not gonna do that again. But as you can see, we are slowly making progress. Very slowly. But we'll get there. There we go, buff Dispel. He's back in the green though. No, do not use melee ability from Ninth Sister. I think we've seen what happens when you do. Let's go ahead. Again, heal up Ninth Sister. Sure. Constant Foresight. Not helping as well, but just don't let him get back in the green, guys. Come on. We have in the yellow now, so let's just keep him there. In the red. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Will that do it? Not quite. Come on, Marrok. This deals damage twice. Come on. Wasn't enough. Alright, that should do it. That should do it. There we go. So the Yoda tier, you know, not as annoying as the Kanan and a Fulcrum tier for sure. Like, he doesn't have as much healing, but he can hit pretty hard. So definitely want to keep your Ninth Sister alive in order to win this one. Okay, so let's move over on to Maul, which is probably the second most annoying tier after Ahsoka, or maybe the most annoying, could be as well if you can't line things up. All right, let's try this one as well. Now, the Maul tier. This one is all about chaining stuns, right? So we got a stun here. And then we have ourselves a stun over here. And we've got ourselves an ability block over here. This guy got an ability block as well, right? So it's all about trying to chain ability blocks and stuns so Maul can use his specials. And then also line up burning. And then expose from Marrok. And expose as well over here on Fifth Brother. So that's the RNG, like, will Maul resist or not? That's the only thing. And also you have to get into the wave 2 in good health. So we're gonna play this a little bit differently. Let us continue. So we are actually gonna start off with ability block this time. And then get ourselves tenacity down, third stack of purge, so hopefully we can land a stun. Good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and work him down. Alright, he dispelled everything. How rude. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, we gotta heal up because we have to get with, you know, very good amount of protection, health and protection into the Maul wave. Otherwise it's gonna be a problem. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright, but unfortunately ability block on the second sister. I think that should be enough. There we go. Alright. Alright, not a bad run. Not ideal, but not a bad run. The Shadow. So the rumors are true. Darth Maul lives. Formerly Darth, now just Maul. Alright. We have to survive the opening here. Luckily, Maul's not the most clever. But yeah, we got ourselves here an ability block. Let's go ahead and drop it. And then we're just gonna have to work Maul down a little bit, as we do with everybody else. Alright, let's see if we can get our chain going. Stun. Good. Heal up the team. Tenacity down. Nope, he got a turn. Alright, let's try and do this again. Oh, resisted everything. Oh boy. Not a good start at all here. Alright. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Ability block. We have tenacity down on him. We don't want to use Marrok's AoE because it's just gonna dispel all the purge. Let's heal up. Let's do burning, because now every time Maul takes a turn, he got damage from burning, but unfortunately he healed all the way back up. Stun. Good. Expose. Good. Another round of expose. Good. Big hit. No, he got away from us. No, we were so close. Try it again. Ability block. Hit him back. I think he will get away from us here. Oh, there you go. Damage immunity saving there, unique with Marrok. So let's go ahead and heal up. Okay. Healing immunity helping us out here. He resisted healing immunity and he had tenacity down. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. It's the mechanic of these battles are fun. It's just the guys resisting everything. Alright, well, let's give this another go, shall we? Let's give it another go. Let us continue. Ability block. There we go, basic. And now we're gonna get ourselves a stun, resisted. Back out. Dude, if you got tenacity down, why you have to go and resist stuff, right? Am I right? Alright, ability block. Purge. On basic. Stun. Good. Okay. Big hit. Not quite. Get me an expose maybe? Nope. Dude, why are you resisting stuff, man? You've got tenacity down. Dude. How is he resisting stuff? What is the purpose of tenacity down if people still resist everything? Makes no sense. Come on. Come on, almost there, guys. Almost there. Do not let him get away. Alright, we got through it with less health and protection that I would have liked, but let's see if we can still pull this through. Alright, first things first, let's get this off you. Tenacity down. It's not that tenacity down means a whole lot, am I right? Let's go ahead, heal up the team. Let's get his protection down first, and then we'll try and line up our hits. Okay, he's out of protection, which is good. Alright, big hit. Alright, that was decent. Stun. Dude's got tenacity down. Surely that stun should have landed. Not sure what I want to do here. Yeah, let's go for the ability blocks. He's got ability blocks. I think I'll save the stun, although turn meter removal could be nice, but he's got only 2 stacks of purge. Let's just do basic. Alright, let's see if we can blitz him down now. Expose, good. Ability block, turn meter removal, good. I don't think we'll get another chance here, so let's get an expose. Okay. Burn. He resisted burning. Can we get something cooking here? Turn meter removal, I'll take it. Ugh, got him. So that's the overall strategy with Maul again. I needed about 7 or 8 attempts to line this up. The whole strategy is we've got lots of ways to ability block, lots of ways to stun. So the mechanics are there to keep more under control. The only question is, even with tenacity down, will he resist or not? Something to note obviously is that the abilities that consume purge, you're gonna have to manage those as well. Okay, now for the final tier, we're gonna switch things up because we can finally make a use of 8th Brother's lead, because Jedi enemies that gain foresight from Jedi unique abilities also gain blind, which can't be evaded or resisted. And General Kenobi does that, so that's why going with 8th Brother lead. And then 9th Sister for some durability, because 2nd Sister, if there isn't a lot of purge on the field, she doesn't do a whole lot, and Kenobi is constantly cleansing the purge, so she's not gonna do a whole lot. I admire your persistence. Yeah, well, it's not like we have a choice. But anyway, we're gonna here now again start off with critical damage immunity. I'll just do a round of basics until we work Grand Inquisitor down a bit. Okay. It's fine, we can take a couple of AoEs, but not more. Let's get ability block locked in. And then we'll just keep doing basics until we get through the guy's protection. Alright, there we go. He's gonna probably use the AoE now to heal. Yup, that's fine. Let's see if we can line up an expose. And another expose. Almost got him. That should finish him. There we go. So you can see Marrok, you know, with that 2nd expose, helping us out occasionally. Hello there. So this is where you're hiding. Alright, let's see how this will work. There we go. So he got foresight right through his unique. And now he blinded himself because of the leadership on 8th Brother. Okay. There we go. Yeah, how about another round of blind there with an AoE from 8th Brother. Okay. Let's get above this spell cooking. Tenacity down. Wow, he's very fast though, we'll give him that. Okay. But hopefully we can get through him, right? Woo! There goes 9th Sister. Oh man, what? Dude! Constant foresight, I just can't land a hit. And he's constantly cleansing, which is also kind of annoying, but there we go. Alright, give me some protection up at least. There we go. Yeah, sure. Give me some burning. Okay. Slowly work. There we go. Buff this spell. Expose. Oof. Let's heal up. Okay. Basic over here. He's like taking bajillion turns. But anyway, there we go. Again. Sheesh, dude, how many turns is he gonna take? It's so difficult to land a hit if he's constantly gaining foresight. There we go. I think we should. We almost got him though. We almost got him. Heal up the team again. Sure, just give me some. Oh, he dodged. Expose. Almost got him. Come on. There we go. That was more difficult than I remembered it when I did it a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, we got through it. So that's I guess the updated guide with Marrok in here. Did Marrok do something or not? In some of these battles, no, but you know, when you do have to blitz down somebody like Maul or Ahsoka, his expose actually could be nice. The only downside is that his expose will consume all stacks of purge, right? So not the ideal thing. So definitely when you line things up, you know, it has to be the last of those hits in the blitz, right? Otherwise, I mean, most is about mercenaries, but there is something about, yeah, there we go. We have some dispels, debuffs on our guys. That sometimes comes in handy, especially in a Grand Inquisitor wave, that we can shake off those ability blocks at some point. So there you have it, guys. I personally think Marrok makes some of these waves a bit easier. It's an extra investment though, which I do appreciate, but at least no Zetas needed for this one. And of course, as mentioned earlier, the Riva mission on territory battles, Marrok makes it much easier, especially once you slap Omicron on him, and he's needed for Balan eventually anyway, so it's not a total waste if you do decide to go down this route. Alright guys, thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.